Shalom everybody, hope you're doing well, hope you had an amazing week. Getting ready for Shabbat Parshat Naso. I want to share a quick thought with you guys. A lot of things happening in this Parsha, but one thing I want to focus on just for a minute is the mitzvah. We've been talking a lot about the Mishkan and the things that happened in the Mishkan and the sacrifices and all the different avodah, all the different holy work that took place there. And all this work, for the most part, takes place through the hands of the Kohanim, the holy priests, right, of the Jewish nation. And in this week's Parsha, they're given a special mitzvah, which is the mitzvah to bless the people. And to these three beautiful verses that the Kohanim used to say a long time ago in the temple, and even they're said today by the Kohanim, today all around the world, but specifically in the land of Israel, in the synagogue, sometimes only on Shabbat or Chagim, right, even every single day, depending on the synagogue. And these words are meant to be channels to allow blessing to flow through the Kohanim into the entire nation, and from there out into the entire world. Right? But it's a question that's raised, like, why the Kohanim? Like, what gives the Kohanim a special ability to bless? Like, why them? Why not the whole nation? Right? I'm not born a Kohen. It's not something that you strive for and achieve. It's not something that you work on yourself and reach in your life. It's something that you're born with. Right? On some level, you don't have a choice. Right? So why the Kohanim and nobody else? So on one level, I think it comes to teach us, right, to use one segment, one small segment of the Jewish people as a model, right, to give them a function, a job, a place in the Jewish people and in the world in order to bless, in order to be this conduit of blessing, in order to be mashpia, right, this beautiful Hebrew word which means like give over to, influence to share with. There's so many other words you can use, but basically not receiving, right, but rather giving, right? And to use them as a model of what we're all supposed to reach for and strive for, right? Kohanim and non-Kohanim alike, right? That what are we doing in this world? We're striving, we're trying, right? We're failing and we're getting back up and trying again, right? To not be only receivers in this world, but to be givers, to be mashpi'im, right? And in the holy texts of lots of tzaddikim and Kabbalah and different sources, it talks about that. In fact, if you're going to narrow down like why we're here in the world at all, right, it's to get over our own selfish self-centeredness, right, and look around the world and see every day and every single moment what I can do to give, who I can give to, how can I give, what do others need, right? It's about going beyond my own self-interest. Right, and it's years and sometimes a lifetime of work, right? But the holy class, so to speak, of Kohanim comes to remind us when they stand up there and they bless the nation and they're making themselves these vessels, right, for a divine heavenly blessing to come through them and influence the rest of the Jewish people and the world. Right, we're looking at them, it's like, right, I'm supposed to be like that as well in my own life, right? To go from a mikabel, from a receiver, to a mashpia, to an influencer, to a giver, to someone who takes care of others. Right? In the words of my holy friend Avram Lowenthal from Sfat, he says, when we get up in the morning, right, we have to decide, today, am I going to approach this day with the mindset of what can I get today, or what can I give today? Right? And that makes all the difference in the world. That changes everything. That changes my day. That changes my reality. That changes my whole function and reason for being here. So we should be blessed to find the inner strength and the inner wisdom and the wisdom of the Torah to influence us to be, as we learn, to be like God, because God is only a giver. God doesn't receive on some level at all, nothing. What can God receive? God is everything. God is complete. God is perfect. Right? So God is a giver, and we're told by the holy text of the Jewish tradition that we're supposed to emulate God, and the most incredible way to emulate God is to be a giver as well, to be a mashpia. We should be blessed. We should be blessed. Have an amazing Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom from the Holy Land. All the best. Be well. Lots of love.